Thank you for stopping by Ballistic Barbecue. On this video, I am going to be recreating the bourbon, bacon, and steak sandwich. It's being made right now at Arby's. Let's get going. The other day, I'm watching one of Dame Drop's super official food reviews, and he reviewed this sandwich by Arby's. Now, it's a limited time at Arby's, and he loved it. It made me want to make it. His one very minor complaint was the steak component. I guess it just was maybe a little bit too tough, had a little bit too much pull. So we're addressing that with this gorgeous, gorgeous ribeye steak. This thing is a monster. Arby's is actually using USDA Choice Top Round Angus for the sandwich, and I went and tried it, and I have to tell you, it was what Arby's sandwiches used to taste like. So Arby's, please start using this meat in your sandwich. At least have us an option for the regular sandwiches. I think people would be willing to pay a little bit more for that quality of meat. So what we're going to do now is just season it very simply, and I'm using coarse ground kosher salt. And now we're going to hit it with some fresh cracked pepper, and we are going heavy on the pepper. That's what I'm looking for. Now let's get it on the grill. No, I'm using my Weber kettle for this cook, and right now I have it preheated for 250 degrees. We're running low and slow. We're going to basically do a reverse sear on this big old slab of meat, and I'm using the Grill-A-Q by Chenggong Barbecue, which is a must-have for any kettle owner. Basically, it's a stainless steel reservoir here. It's filled with water, creates this nice buffer, making a really incredible cool zone. And especially if you're on a budget, you can do so much with this. It's just amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and sit this on the cool side, or the warm side, I should say. Good meat thermometer, very important for this type of cook. Get right in the center here. Lid back on. And I'm going to be cooking this until the interior temperature of that meat reaches 120 degrees. We'll pull it off, let the carry over, bring it up to 130, a nice medium rare. In the meantime, let's get going on that bourbon Dijon cream sauce that they use on the sandwich. Now for this sauce, the first thing I'm going to do is work on a bourbon reduction. I really want to get that bourbon flavor going on. So I have 1 cup of a really nice barrel-aged bourbon. I'm adding to that 1 tablespoon of just regular old white sugar. I'm going to bring this up to a boil, and we're going to work on reducing it down. Okay, we have reduced this down now to about 2 tablespoons. Remove it from the heat. There you go. Look at that. What I'm going to do now is allow this to simply cool down, and we'll get going with the rest of the sauce. So what I have here is 1/4 cup, and this is a country style Dijon mustard. So it has the, as you can see, the seeds in there, the mustard seed. And we are going to add 2 tablespoons of mayo. And then that reduction, again, this is 2 tablespoons of that bourbon reduction. It's nice and kind of syrupy now. Let's get it mixed up. There we go. Give this a try. Very nice. Very light bourbony flavor in that Dijon. Works well. We just hit that 120 mark. Looks beautiful. Smells even better. I'm going to loosely cover this in foil and allow that carryover to bring the temp up to 130. In the meantime, I'm leaving the lid off of the Weber. I want this lump charcoal to get good and hot. See you in a bit. Okay, the steak's come up to the temperature I was looking for. Now we're going to sear it off. I just want to get that pepper all nice and, seared into the meat. And I'm using clarified butter right here on the ballistic griddle. Basically about 1 minute per side. And since the edges of this meat are going to play a huge role in the sandwich, I want to make sure I get the edges as well. Now we're going to start on that bacon. This is 3 slices of bacon that I've cut in half. Now let's get those onions going. So I have some sliced onions here, and I breaded these with all-purpose flour mixed with Lowry seasoned salt. A little brown sugar on the bacon here. Nice. Set those aside, let them drain. Right now, these are actually the buns they use at Arby's. And a little tip, if there's ever a restaurant that has a bun that you have a hard time finding, they'll sell them to you, believe me. They'll even give them to you sometimes. I've had that happen. We're just gonna give this a quick toast. Looks good. Set these off. Now we'll get the meat sliced. All right, let's make the sandwich. All right, we're gonna kick this off with some of that Bourbon Dijon on the bottom bun here. Some of that ribeye steak. Some smoked cheddar cheese. Some of those fried onions. Of course, that brown sugar bacon. Hit that top bun with some more of that Bourbon Dijon sauce. And there we go. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's give this a go here, guys. Wow. First of all, bacon and brown sugar, you can't top that. But I'm really happy with the sauce. That bourbon's definitely coming out. And the onions, I mean, they're a meal of their own. Just awesome. The smoky cheddar is such a great touch because it does add a little bit of smokiness to this. And I mean, the ribeye, sorry Arby's, I hate to tell you, but yeah, this thing's just maybe a little bit better than the sandwich you're selling at your stores. All in all though, great concept for the sandwich, so I'll give them props for that. Anyway guys, thanks for stopping by. See you on the next video. Cheers.